Of course, we're going to here for Slap News pre-fight interview with John the Machine Davis going up against Azael Rodriguez, number 2. This matchup starts off the title matches for the night, where we've got 4 title matches, October 25th, live and free on Rumble. From the UFC Apex, let's bring in John Davis. How you doing, my man?
Doing great. Appreciate you having me on once again, Corey.
Absolutely. The champ is in the house. I know you've been away a little bit. You got cleared from the shoulder injury that you had post stem cell injections. Now you're ready to rock and roll. How are you feeling and how amped are you for this one?
I'm feeling great. Every little bit of training that I've been doing leading up to, feeling 100% since we talked last has happened. So, I've been able to really put in the reps and, get the impact in there and not have to worry about any of the other issues that I've had to in the past. I would say definitely with the strengthening that I've done on, both sides, because you never know if I'm going to need the old left again, or if maybe I'll just go with the left in general. Who knows? I might just throw my right hand away and never use it again at this point. But I'm definitely feeling great. Was able to train with Ryan Phillips recently, and we both really kind of got to test out our new metal, as we would both be able to say, because we're both recovered. We're both on this live and free Rumble October 25th card, Ohio boys, and we are coming in hot.
Absolutely, my man. It's happened now twice. I know it happened back, the first time you were able to pop your shoulder back in before the ref happened. Is it going to be on your mind whatsoever come match time, or do you feel like it's something that's behind you now? You feel recovered from it and not going to come up again?
I don't think it should come up again. I really put in the time and effort, along with all of the efforts from Power Slap themselves, to make sure that this doesn't happen again. I mean, like you said, it may be in the back of my mind. I've always been one to, if I've gotten injured, just trudge along anyway. So if it happens, it happens. But I really don't foresee that happening again anytime in the near future, especially with the extra efforts I've taken upon myself to really avoid that problem ever happening again.
The Power Slap website is showing both you guys at 5-1. Obviously, Azael's only loss was to you. I don't even recall, who did you lose to?
DTP, Disturbing the Peace, when I was still at heavyweight from the very beginning. So he won a good decision over me, and that's one fight that I'm sure was extremely memorable, because even at that point in time, the ref and everybody down at the table was like, we don't know who won that one, and he was able to come out with the win. So, props to him for being the only guy that's beaten me, and I'd say props to myself for him not knocking me out.
Did that fight ever get aired? I don't recall ever seeing that.
They aired clips of it. I don't know if they put the full fight out or not. Okay. I mean, if not, we should all probably try and get it out there, because I would love to, I would love to watch it and go over it, no matter whether there was any issues or rule change things that may have happened since then. Because again, it was for the fans, and him and I had a blast up there going against each other. There's a shoot off that him and I refer to that happened at the beginning of that match that I would love to have the video of to mess around and really, again, show the fact that we went out there at the beginning of this and put all of our eggs into the basket, and he came away with the dub. So props to him.
Totally. I mean, it's just a testament to to your chin. The number 3 ranked heavyweight. You went toe to toe, and he wasn't able to knock you out. Obviously going to the decision. If they were to run that match back again, how do you think the outcome would turn?
Honestly, I don't know, because it was definitely a test for me to be able to get back down to the weight class that I'm at, and comfortably at least. So, I pretty much started with a fresh note from the beginning once I got into the house for the show and was down at 185, because I don't really know. I would have to be in a training camps of like 6 months for me to attempt to ever go back up that high, let alone even light heavyweight. So at this point, I would just say I'm built different, and I got away with it at the time.
Yeah. So I agree with you there. Obviously, there's the massive weight discrepancy now, and I don't think DTP has any interest in coming down in weight. So I think you'd have to go up.
Yeah, I'd have to go back to stuffing extra large cheese pizzas down my gullet, and I tell you what, brother, I don't want to have to do that again more than I want to cut weight. So
Mhm. No, 100%, my man. But let's get back to the Azael fight. So, you were able to become victorious, in your first matchup against him. What has changed since? And do you think you're going to be able to exploit anything you've seen, in his game since, for you to repeat and still be victorious come October 25th?
goes back to the same thing when we went against each other the first time. I'm prepared to go all 5 rounds. Now I have the experience of really gutting it out through the trenches through 5 rounds if I have to. So, whoever comes out victorious that day, it's going to be a spectacle. And I personally think it would be a more of a main event than anything else they got going on, because it is the second one for him and I. He's very hungry, and by all means he should be. And I'm the one to chase right now, and he did his job to get back to that spot in their eyes to get the rematch. And I'm not going to doubt him. He's put plenty of people down, and worked his way from being an alternate to a contender twice now. So all props to him where they go. But in my mind, I still think I can come away with the victory, whether it's in round 1 because he won the coin toss again, or whether it's in round 5 and we go the distance. I see my hand being raised no matter what, but I have full confidence in either hand at this point to be able to do what I need to come away with the win.
I mean, you said in their eyes that he was, next in line for a shot at the title. Do you believe he's deserving of that title shot?
Yeah, I would say yes. It's not that he didn't have an impressive win in his last match by any means, because he definitely did. But also, I really don't know who they would have put next if not for him. So, it's not a dig at him by any means. It's more so, again, in my mind, I'm just prepared for whoever's next, and that just so happens to be him. And I expect fireworks from both of us, because I'm excited to go out there and go against him again. I know he's chomping at the bit to come at me and get his chance again at the belt. He's gotten it twice already, compared to some people who, started off with a chance and may never get there again.
Yeah. I mean, this is no slight to you, but it just seems to be an observation that I have. But you seem to be one of the most unappreciated or disrespected champions in Power Slap. Why do you think it is, my man? I mean, you're a pretty likable guy, but why are people taking shots at you? And why do you think you may not be getting the love that you deserve? Because your record and your performance up there at the table has proven otherwise.
I don't know. That's one of those things that time will tell. My body of work will speak for itself at the end of my career and throughout the rest of it. Because again, there's no one who ever is going to be the first ever middleweight champ. I guarantee you there's no one who ever going to have a title defense the way I did and fight through all of the ridiculousness that was that fight. And, again, for getting slept on a little bit, it wouldn't be the first time. They've doubted me and put me as the underdog before, whatever the odds are now. Again, doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I lost the coin toss. Yeah, I got to get hit again. I don't care, because he's not the first one who's won the coin toss against me. I'm sure that's not going to be the last time I lose by the time I'm, done with this whole thing. But it just kind of is what it is at that point. And, I can say this much, that once we get to the press conference, with every opportunity I have to address all of that shit, I definitely will take care of it, because I'm not one to sit here idly by as long as I have and just quietly take everyone's shots and deal with the fact that it's not that it's the brass or anything like that giving me the disrespect that I would say, that they're going to make those calls, and I respect them wholeheartedly of who they put in what order for the fights. But me personally, I believe we could be a main event wholeheartedly. And also, when it comes to everybody else riding the coattails, and as you've stated before in the thumbnails of our videos of people using my name and keeping it in their mouth, it does nothing but help me and help the legacy that is my career at this point. So, I'll take what I can get right now, and pretty much everyone has to eat crow at the end.
Yeah, absolutely, my man. I mean, up there at the table is where the true champions are told and unfold, and so we'll see that come October 25th. This one's slated for championship rounds. How do you realistically see this match going in your eyes?
I mean, in all reality, I would love to go up there and do the exact same thing again. If I could just literally step by step, eat it, walk back up, end it with one shot, I absolutely would. But I'm never going to say that I'm going to just knock somebody out. So that way I don't have to deal with that in the long run. I'm prepared for 5 rounds. I've got the experience edge of going up there again and going a full 5 rounds. And it being one of the craziest battles of me personally having to fight through not just the fight itself, but convincing the doctors, convincing the referees, and everybody else that I was okay to continue to try and retain my title. And I plan on doing that one more time if I have to.
Awesome, my man. I know you've been training hard. I know you're getting back at it. We're incredibly excited here at Slap News to see you. When you touch down in Vegas, I know it's going to be that workmanlike mentality. You're going to be bringing in those work boots. Are you going to be displaying a new set of work boots from a new sponsor that you picked up in recent months?
Absolutely. I may have more than one set of boots that I'm bringing down there this time. So the ones that I originally wore will probably be sitting here at home, and I have 2 new pairs. One that I've posted about, and the other ones that I'm saving for the right moment to bring out, because they by far are the fanciest, and a bit ironic if you know my story and where I've come from out of the material they made of. So I'll leave that on the table for folks if they want, and then they'll find out when we get there.
Awesome, man. Okay, one last one. Azael Rodriguez watches this video on the Slap News YouTube channel. What do you want to say to him?
Let's go, Azael. It's time, buddy. We're back up there. We're there to do the damn thing. It's nothing but respect for you. It's not because I have any animosity towards you. Like I've said 1,000 times, it's because you're who's next. You want what I have, and let's go to war, buddy.
Awesome, my man. Appreciate you as always. Look forward to see you there in Las Vegas. Power Slap number 5, October 25th, live and free on Rumble. Take care and travel safe.
Thank you very much. Appreciate y'all.